simplifies to x plus 2 up top. Is that what you have?
Yes.
Now on the bottom is actually difference of squares. So these have been carefully chosen so that they work out. As a reminder, a squared minus b squared becomes a minus b, a plus b. So the bottom becomes x minus 2, x plus 2. And
Yes.
then you've got some cancellations here. Now, what is left over on the top?
Nothing.
There's a 1 there because it's really in
Oh,
parentheses. And that's why I asked, because it's easy to not write anything, but there is a 1 there when you're all done.
yeah.
All right. So then 17 is next. Really similar to the one we just did. Do you have a final answer for 17, or do you want me to work it out?
I got x plus 3. Or
So it's the
1
same.
over x plus 3.
Yeah, it's the same. It should be 1 over x plus 3.
Yes.
Okay. Now 19 is the first one where there is an unlike denominator. Can you tell me what you did here to be able to combine these?
Yes. So I multiplied the 4 over x by 3 to both, like, to the numerator and the denominator.
Okay, very good. So that gives you 2 plus 12 over 3x, or 14 over 3x when you're done.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, so the from here on out, you have to find what's called the least common multiple, or the common denominator. Common denominator. It's ideal if it's the smallest one, but it doesn't have to be. All right, so with a problem like 21, 3 over x plus 6 over 7x squared. What did you use as a common denominator? What did you end up writing down here on the bottom as your denominator?
7x squared for both of them.
Okay, good. And so one way to look at it is to ask yourself what is missing. Like the one on the left has an x, but it's missing a 7, and it's missing another x to get x squared. That's one way to look at it. Is that how you're doing it? Or
Yes.
okay, because there are other ways. You have to say, okay, I'm gonna multiply top and bottom by 7x. So it becomes 21x plus 6, like this, over x squared. Is that okay?
Yes.
And then here again, you can factor out a 3 if you want in the top. I don't think it's any nicer. All
Yeah,
right.
I have both of those answers.
Okay, so far what I'm hearing is there's very good understanding. Small little thing about having if it cancels on the top and bottom, what's being left over.
Yeah.
Sorry, this one's really written poorly. Let me rewrite that. All right, new problem here. Did you say you have done this one, or you have not?
I have not. So let
You
me
have
write
not.
this down.
Okay. All right. So we'll start here. I like when you've tried some problems that it just helps,
Yeah.
ease into it here. All right. So there's really pieces to look at. There's the number part of the bottom, and then there's each of the letters. There's an X, and then there's, actually, let me look at the X, and then there's a Y. So you look at each of them individually. And so the 2 has to come down. You need the higher exponent, so it's got to be x squared and then a y. So you first look at the number. Okay, there's no number over there, so I need the 2. X versus x squared. That means it's x squared. Y and nothing, so y. And then I like to, at least for you, I'm going to show you what do you multiply the top and bottom? Basically, what is the bottom missing on each of these? And it doesn't matter. Like maybe the one on the right's easier because you're like, oh, it's just missing a y on both sides, top and bottom.
Yeah.
Or it's missing a y on the bottom. What is the one on the left missing?
A 2x.
2x, good. So if this is clear, if you're like, yeah, I understand this, this is the key part of this. The problems do get a little more difficult, but this is truly the key part is can you figure out, common denominator. So 10x plus 7y in the numerator over 2x squared y in the denominator.
Yeah.
Now, if it hasn't been said, I'm going to say it now. There are what I call implied parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
And that means they're there, they're just not written. So you can't cancel out because this is really in parentheses in the top. Same with the bottom. If you had a plus down here or something, there's no cancellation. That's why you have to factor out to be able to cancel.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So 30 is the next one.
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like 30 to me, like I think you've seen me draw this like I call it a learning staircase. To me, 30 is like we kind of jumped up 2 steps here, but that's the nature of these. So
Yeah.
that's the way it goes. Let me write it out here. Number 30. So we have x minus 1 over x minus 2 minus. Now, the bottom you always want to factor. Okay. And actually, we're going to factor the top as well. We're going to factor both the top and the bottom. So this is why you learn factoring, to be able to do more difficult problems.
Yeah.
Do either of these stand out to you? Like x squared plus 4x minus 4. Actually, that one does not factor. How about the one on the bottom? Does it stand out to you as any type of factoring that you might have learned?
Yes, I think it would be 6 and 2, but it's gonna be 6 and -2.
Yeah. Now I like to show the factoring right underneath so that or right above it to know what it is. And then you can either choose to cross it out or leave it, up to you. Now this is key to think about. If there's an x minus 2 on the left, there's probably going to be an x minus 2 on the other one. Or if you're given one of the factors, it's probably reused in the one on the right or the one on the left.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the reason that the top one is not factorable is because it's not one of the ones that I'm about to write. This one is factorable. This ends up being x plus 2 squared. And then x squared minus 4x plus 4 becomes x minus 2 squared. These are both what are called perfect square trinomials. Perfect square trinomials, name's not really that important. But whenever it's plus minus like this, it's not factorable. It's prime.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of a lot of ramp up here to now get you to be able to tell me the least common multiple here, the common denominator. And again, it's kind of like, well, what does one have that the other doesn't? Or what's, what would we really like the other one to have that it currently does not?
And x plus 6.
Yes. Okay. So you've seen me do this a couple ways now. You can start by writing it, the common denominator down here. Or you can just straight, figure out what you're going to multiply top and bottom by, which is x minus 2. Right here. All right, so on the left, you do have to FOIL that. So get, another prerequisite skill. How comfortable are you with your FOIL?
I think I'm pretty good. Wait, I have a question though.
Yes, yes.
So
I'm sorry,
why-
I wrote the wrong thing.
Okay, I was like, wait, why are we doing x minus 2?
I make mistakes, and thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
I guess I've heard some things lately where teachers don't like that, but I think, if you see something's wrong, go ahead and just step up, say something, never know.
Yeah.
So yes, if you're going to FOIL, you want to FOIL the correct thing here.
Yeah.
All right, so on the right here, it's x squared minus x plus 6x minus 6. You can typically combine the o and the I, x squared plus 5x minus 6. That's your top left here.
Mhm.
Now, at some point, I won't do it here, but at some point, you're going to want to distribute the negative.
Yeah,
And again, it's really implied parentheses. So that negative is going to go to everything in there. It's not a choice. You got to give it out to everything. At some point, you also have to say, I'm done writing two fractions. I'm just going to write the one. You can combine as many of these steps as you want to. It is a lot of writing. These are the most writing you're going to do in this course.
yeah,
So we got x squared plus 5x minus 6 minus x squared minus 4x plus 4. And from here, you just combine like terms.
right,
So what's nice is the x squareds cancel.
exactly.
You get 5x minus 4x, that's x, minus 6 plus 4 minus 2. So these have really been handpicked. Most textbooks don't have this many cancellations after you're done, which means you should expect or anticipate these on the test to have some cancellations after you're
Yeah.
done getting a common denominator. So what cancels at this point? What is the result?
So x minus 2 cancels, and then it's just going to be 1 over x plus 6.
Yeah, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 30. That's why you don't have a lot of these in your assignment, because there's a lot. There's a lot of steps, a lot of writing. We can go to 35 whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now you want to look at the bottoms and factor. So can you tell me what the left factors into and what the right factors into?
So they don't, nothing factors on the top.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, just on the bottoms. Sorry, I'm looking at just the bottoms here.
Okay.
Yeah, anything with a square, you're generally like, oh, I think I can factor that, or something might.
Yeah. I don't, oh wait, it's gonna be x. On the bottom, it's gonna be x plus 2 and x minus 1.
They're both positive on the
Or
left here.
x plus, yeah, x
Yeah.
plus 1.
Okay, good.
And then the next one's gonna be x plus 4 and x minus 4.
It's
Or 2,
yeah,
sorry, x plus 2.
yeah,
X
yeah.
minus-
Good catch there. Okay. So if you get one of them right, that helps you with the other, because there should be some overlap
Yeah,
in them. Okay. Now this one, you can see that they both have an x plus 2 in it, but they're both missing one of the others.
right.
Okay, so like the one on the right is missing an x plus 1.
Yeah,
Okay, so now, sorry about that. So now, because I've got the digital pen here, I can highlight those to show them. But that's, you want to make sure you now have everything accounted for. The one on the left is missing an x minus 2, top and bottom.
right.
And then again, you now are like, okay, like I got everything here. Let's not highlight that. So a couple of ways to do it. Like, you can always write the bottom, but because there's so much writing, you want to try to do as much as you can. You factor it right below, you try to keep it compact if you can.
Right.
so your common denominator is x minus 2, x plus 2, x plus 1. And then your top is x minus 2 times x minus 4 plus x plus 3 times x plus 1.
You don't, oh, well, yeah, we're gonna FOIL it.
Yes, and you absolutely want to FOIL it. I mean, you got to draw the line somewhere and say, all right, that I got to show some work at some point. I can't just, keep writing answers. Yeah, you got to FOIL this. So like you to FOIL it. Let me know what you come up with for each one, please.
Okay. So I got x squared minus 6x plus 8 for the first one.
Good.
And then I'm gonna do the second one. It's gonna be x squared plus 4x plus 3.
Okay. So you can have another kind of shortcut here is to actually put what you just found right above that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there is so much writing here. I can't emphasize enough, but if you don't like that, or if you can't do it because you can keep working this out. You just end up just tons and tons of writing. So combine like terms here, 2x squared minus 2x plus 11. Hopefully you got that right.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and then this one is it's the harder factoring. So you take the 2 and the 11, and there's no guarantee that this actually factors, which is 22. And then you're looking for two numbers that multiply to 22 but add up to -2. So for example here, these are all the factors and none of these work. None of these add up to -2.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. So the numerator is that, and then the denominator is x minus 2, x plus 2, x plus 1. You do not have to FOIL multiply out. You leave it in factored form if you can.
Right.
I would like to check this one with I'm a little surprised that all of a sudden it didn't work out nicely. So give me just a moment here to
Yeah.
check these. Yep, we've got it. Okay. All right. Keep going here. If you want us to skip any of them, let me know, but we probably got enough time to do them all. They're 3 or 4 minutes a piece to do, depending on how much explanation.
Yes.
It's again, like I'm not trying to make shortcuts here, and I don't, because I do want to help you. It's if you can like factor as you write, like instead of x squared minus 1, if you can write x minus 1, x plus 1, it just saves you time.
Yes.
Meaning like instead of the x squared minus 1, you have this right underneath. That's always good here. I know that's not always possible, but same. So could you factor the bottom left here and tell me what it becomes?
Yes. It's going to be 4 and -1.
Okay, agreed. Can you tell me what the factors are?
So it's gonna be x plus 4 and x minus 1.
Very good. Okay. All right. Now, what is the one on either one? Tim, you tell me, well, let's just start with that. What is the denominator going to be? What's the least common multiple of these factors here?
Um they both have x minus 1,
Okay,
but then one of them has, so you're gonna multiply one of them, or the left by x plus 1 and the right by x plus 4.
yeah, perfect. The order of the factors doesn't really matter on the bottom, but what does matter is what you just said. You've got to multiply and multiply.
Yeah.
All right, so give this a try here. Foil each of them, add them up. Let me know what you come up with. See if they can factor beyond that. I'm not sure yet.
So it'd be x squared plus 6x plus 5.
Okay, good. And the other one, whenever you got it.
Um, x squared plus 6x plus 4, or plus 8. Sorry.
Good. Okay, so combine those together.
So it's gonna be 2x squared plus 12x plus 13.
Well, I miswrote. One of these is x plus 1, x minus 1, x plus 4.
And I don't, actually, let me just go
So
back.
the check here, you got to take the first and the last. And then are there two numbers that multiply to 26 but add up to 12? The list is pretty short. So do either of those add up to 12?
No,
No. So that tells you you're done.
yes.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. We're on to 39. Why don't you try 39 on your own? Is this everything you wanted to get through today? These problems?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you try 39 on your own? And I'll be back with you in a couple minutes. If you have questions, please ask, but or 40. Either one.
Okay. I can, yeah, I'll do 39 right now.
Okay, sounds good. How are you doing on this one?
I'm doing good.
I'll make one point of emphasis here, which is that the second foil, you really want it in parentheses because you have to negate everything. And if you're not clear why, we can go through
Yeah,
that.
distribute them
Yeah.
minus. Three x squared minus x squared is just, I get confused with like this square. It's just 2x.
Yeah. The x squared is going to come. You can treat it as put a 1 in front, but yeah, it's like x and x squared. They go together.
Okay. So I got what actually?
If you're not sure, or if it's different, yeah, either I made a mistake or you made a mistake, or both did.
I got
Is this the line the same for you?
yes.
Okay, so that negative has to go to everything, right? Negative x squared, negative 3x plus 4.
Yeah, I just thought that the 10x was negative 7x minus 3x.
We're talking about from the foil or from?
Well, I foiled it and I got 3x squared minus 7x plus 3.
Okay, so there's the let me just make sure that I did this right. So it's minus 9x, and then when you do that one right there, it's minus 1x,
Oh,
and that's the minus 10x.
yeah, that's what I did. Okay.
All right, so now just follow that through. Get this is minus 10x minus 3x.
Yes.
So that gives you this. And I've neglected the bottom here, but we'll get caught up with that. X plus 3, x minus 1, x minus 3, like this.
Yes.
All right. Now the top, this one finally works. So you take that 2 and that 7, and you get 14. 2 times 7 is 14. And you're looking at minus 1 minus 14. Wait, no, I guess this one doesn't. Minus 2 minus 7. Do any of those add up to minus 13?
Yes. Or no.
No, they do not. I would, if this was negative, it would have worked out, but no, this is it. So this looks to be your final answer here.
Yeah. This takes up so much room on my paper. I've used like the front and like the back.
Lots of writing.
Yeah.
All right, we should do 40, which means we probably only get through 45 or 46, but we should really do these, a couple more of these really to make this clear. The faster you can factor, the better. This really draws on your speed for factoring.
Yes.
And understanding if you haven't done it in a while, or you weren't that sure about it, it's going to show up here. So just like the last problem, they tend to always overlap. So you got one overlapping piece, which means that the one on the right's missing one from the left, the one on the left's missing one from the right. And so you just gotta, yeah, there's only so many of these that they can give you where they have some reasonableness to them. Let's see, the one on the left is missing an x plus 4.
Yes.
An x plus 4, yeah. All right, so let's write that out here. 3x minus 2, x plus 4 minus x minus 3, x plus 6. Add an extra set of parentheses if you want. All over x plus 6, x minus 4, x plus 4, like that.
Okay.
All right, so there's some FOIL, got to be FOIL. So why don't you try that? Why don't you FOIL, subtract. Let me know what you come up with.
The first side I got 3x squared plus 10x minus 8.
Okay, looks good so far.
X squared minus 3x minus 18.
So it's 6x minus 3x. It should be positive 3x
Oh, okay.
minus 18. So these little things, they just propagate through the rest of the problem. And unfortunately, there's no way to like catch them at the end, and your teacher doesn't want to like search through it.
Yeah.
So really line by line check. And you're not going to get that many on a test. You're going to get a couple of these, but really critical that you get everything right. All right, so now can you tell me what the numerator reduces to after you distribute the negative and combine like terms?
So I got 2x squared plus 7x plus 10.
Yes, that sounds right. Now, is this the one that
I think
finally
so.
2 times 10 is 20? So two numbers that multiply to 20 but add up to 7.
No.
No luck. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. All right.
Maybe that's probably gonna be like our lesson tomorrow.
You're kind of the next lesson from here is solving. You're gonna see that in class. My guess would be tomorrow. And they kind of start out with the problems like 1 and the earlier ones that you did, they're very simple. Then they move into these really massively, long problems here. So let's look at 45. Just more of the same. I will point out that like when you see factors, oftentimes they're replicated over here. And in fact, that's exactly what this factors into. So if you're not sure, you can FOIL it, but it is often the case because they don't want you to have to multiply everything. That sometimes the factors show up, in this other one.
Yeah.
So now your greatest common factor, your least common multiple here is x plus 1, x minus 2, x plus 1, x minus 2, x plus 1, x minus 2. And again, you just figure out, well, what are they missing? What's the one on the left missing? What does it not have on the bottom that the one over here, or you're either looking at the denominator or the one on the right here? What is it missing?
Well, they're just flipped.
So like, I'm gonna, let me do this here. I'm gonna bring the 1 down. See, this 1 is here, but it's missing the x minus 2, x minus 2. That's what I was trying to get you to.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so it's missing an x minus 2.
Yeah.
The next one, it's already got an x. It's already got an x. What is it missing on the bottom from this group?
The x plus 1.
Yeah, so you multiply top and bottom by x plus 1, x plus 1, like that. The one on the right already has everything, x squared plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so the idea here though is, again, like once you have a common denominator, you don't need to rewrite everything. You just have one denominator
Yeah.
and then everything in the numerator. So x minus 2 minus x times x plus 1 plus x squared plus 2. All right, so in the numerator here, the x goes into both, but it's really negative x that you're going to distribute in here. So x minus 2 minus x squared minus x. That's the distributive, plus the x squared plus the 2. For x plus 1, x minus 2. Lots of stuff cancels. Actually, tons of stuff cancels in this one. All right, do you see that the x squareds cancel?
Yes.
Do you see that the x's cancel?
Yes.
You see that minus 2 cancels the positive 2.
Yes.
So this time there truly is nothing remaining up top.
Yeah. So do you just write what's on the bottom?
No, 0 over anything is 0.
Oh, it's 0. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what if it's the other way around? What if it's something over 0? Isn't that like no solution?
Yeah, undefined. You're not solving, but yeah, you would want to keep that in mind here. I'm shocked that became 0, but yeah, these are hand selected for that. Okay, so enough time to quickly go through the last one here. What's nice is that it is the same style, meaning that this factors into x plus 3, x minus 1, and that tells you what you're missing. The 2 is missing an x minus 1. The x plus 3 is missing an x minus 1. The x is missing an x plus 3 and an x plus 3, like that. All right, so again, sorry, I know this is not great for learning, but I want to make sure you get all these problems down. It does follow the same pattern as the last one.
Yeah, I saw.
If it isn't very clear. So then you distribute 2x minus 2 minus x squared minus 3x plus x squared plus 2 all over x plus 3, x minus 1. Some cancellations in the numerator again. Minus 2 and 2. But you are left with 2x minus 3x, which is minus x over x plus 3, x minus 1.
Yeah, that's what I got.
All right. All right, so I really, yeah, let me just stop the recording here. Do that.